ladies and gentlemen, esteemed dignitaries, our beloved dean, faculty and staff, proud family and friends, and of course, our army of 600 who have braved this year and whose successes we salute today. It gives me immense pleasure to stand before you all on behalf of the PGP class of 2019. It's been a momentous year for all of us, and in an attempt to sum it all up at the end of our journey, I'd actually like to start by taking us to the beginning. Actually, to the very beginning, when ISB opened its doors in 2001. A class of 100 aspiring business students took a leap of faith and made a bold move in signing up for an experience that had never been tested before on Indian soil. Now, the campus at the time was still in its infancy, with student villages still under construction, the academic center with scaffolding everywhere, and the wall paint barely even dry. I would imagine that it took a great deal of courage and a solid appetite for risk for these students to sign up for something in this state. But here's what made it work. Behind that external face of yet unfashioned brick and mortar lay a core of steel, an unrelenting force of visionaries and world-class faculty that built this establishment against all odds. Now, much like fire is used to strengthen steel and temper metal, in many ways, I'd like to think that the school and its students leveraged all that heat and pressure coming at them to ultimately strengthen their spirits and temper the might of their own metal. Today, I'd like us to reflect on our shared history, but also to reflect on our own personal history and the journeys we've taken to get here. Our families have been our first companions, our constant inspirations, and eternal cheerleaders. To our parents and family members here today, thank you doesn't quite capture the magnitude of the indebtedness that we have for all that you've done for us. We only hope our successes continue to make you proud. Now, this one year truly felt like a concentrated dose of life in itself, right from the best relationships and most enriching opportunities down to the greatest moments of solidarity in times of grief and despair. The support and inspiration from our professors and staff during our journey here has been invaluable, and for being with us every step of the way, for inspiring us to wake up for every 8 a.m. class, and for all those conversations that we've had about life and how we can make it worthwhile. Thank you. Our experiences here have taught us many valuable lessons, 4 of which I would like to call out today. Dream big and dream bold. You know, there were a lot of new initiatives this year. ILS Masterclass, Policy Conclave, RISE. You guys, these are a testament to our collective will to actually push the boundaries and change the game. Learning to step out of our sheltered bubbles, and ISB has quite the infamous bubble, huh? But reaching out to the world outside with the Kerala flood relief efforts and solidarity vigils for our soldiers, we are reminded of the call to action, to be passionate citizens of our country. Third, rewriting the rules. Too young, too old, too masculine, too feminine for a job. There were a lot of firsts this year, a lot of ceilings broken. And it goes to show that nothing can hold us back when we just make up our minds and decide to fight the stereotypes and prove our own worth. And finally, holding each other up in times of triumph and sticking it out together in times of tribulation. These are the stories that we will be telling many years into the future. And these are the relationships that we will celebrate across a lifetime. Now today, we stand here, degree certificate in hand, 365 days wiser, 600 stories richer, and a 10,000 member family stronger. As tough as times may get, just remember to keep fighting the good fight. Because life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass, it's about learning to dance in the rain. And with all that ISB has equipped us with, let's just go out there and show the world our best moves. Now, as we look towards a promising future, I pray that we will just remember to find our joy in the little things, to find our sense of gratitude to the people and places that have shaped us, to find our strength in all the endurance that we have built up in this 1 year and use it across a lifetime. And finally, to find our peace in knowing that we gave it our best, and the best will come back to us 100 times over. Much like the first class of ISB students, I hope that in our journeys ahead, we choose to take that leap of faith and become the leaders of tomorrow who ultimately give back as the pride and joy of our families, stewards of this institute, patriots of our nation, and citizens of the world. For showing us what it takes and for all that you have made us, thank you, ISB.